This is how I got my first SMMA client in 7 days for my agency using Instagram outreach. I'll be showing you exactly how I did it and how you can do it too. I won't be holding anything back. I'm going to talk about the strategy. I'm going to talk about the messaging scripts. So if you are new to SMMA, or perhaps you do have experience but you are struggling to sign new clients, make sure you watch this video until the end because there's going to be a ton of value in this video right here. Okay, so instead of just talking about what I did to get this client, I'm actually going to be showing you what I did on each day to actually increase your chances of success, right? Because I myself am a visual learner and I'm tired of seeing YouTubers just typing on a blank document and not actually showing us what they did, right? So hopefully you guys appreciate me going the extra step, and if you do, please make sure you like the video and subscribe as well. But anyway, I spent the first day essentially setting up all my Instagram accounts and all the content for those accounts as well. So I ended up creating one new account. I bought an aged account and found 4 old accounts from a few years ago that I used to use when I used to dropship. So in total, I had 6 accounts that I could now use for prospecting, and all the content on the account was fairly simple. There was around 6 to 8 posts, a few photos and a few videos. I added a simple bio and even added some highlights as well. Now for days 2 and 3, I was testing my messaging scripts to see which messages would get me the most positive replies. Now there's 2 types of messages you're going to be sending out when you're doing organic outreach. So the first type is the conversation flow, where you speak to the prospect just a little bit, ask them a few questions about the product or the service that they offer, and then finding a way to insert your offer to help them when it's most appropriate. Now the second type of message that you're going to be using is the direct offer. Now this is the one that I saw the most success with for my niche and for my account. The direct offer is essentially, it's just saying everything you need to in the one message: who you are, how you can help, and your offer as well. And I included a little bit of live personalization in the message, and that was working quite well. Now, I'm actually going to be showing you guys the exact messaging structure that I used to land my first client in a brand new niche using Instagram DMs. So I'm going to show you the structure with an example. Then I'll even show you some screenshots as well of past messages that I sent and the types of responses we actually got from those messages. So with the example, we're going to use a real estate agent called Cindy that we found on Instagram. So you could say, "Hi Cindy, I see you're a real estate agent in Florida, would love to connect. Just wanted to share some ideas with you using a quick video. Now this video is going to help you get an extra 5 to 10 appointments with buyers in your area. Can I send the video over?" Now if Cindy says yes, then I would make a 3-minute Loom presentation showing her a strategy that she could use to get those 5 to 10 appointments with buyers in her area. Okay, now the Loom video doesn't have to be complicated or long. It can be quite brief. I remember I used to send 10-minute, 20-minute, 30-minute Loom videos, thinking that the longer I make them, the more valuable they are and the more meetings I'd get. And quite honestly, that is far from the truth. If your video is longer than 10 minutes, chances are not everyone's going to watch the whole video. And what you want to do is at the end of the video, you actually want to offer to implement that strategy for them with a risk reversal. And if you have that offer at the end and your video is 10 minutes plus, they're not going to get to that offer. So make your video short, 3 to 5 minutes, make it value packed, and make sure they hear your offer at the end with a risk reversal. So an example of a risk reversal would be, let's say in this case, "Hey Cindy, I'm actually running a special offer this week where I'll implement this strategy for you and you don't have to pay me unless we get you results. If you're interested in this offer, just schedule a quick call in the next 48 hours and I'll tell you more about the offer," right? Now, in the offer at the end of the video, you're saying they don't have to pay unless they get results. But then when you get them on the sales call, this is what you say. You say, "Now look Cindy, we have been getting a lot of interest for this offer from other agents in Florida as well. And to be honest, we only have the capacity to take on 5 new agents with this offer. So we actually only have 5 spots available. And once those 5 spots are filled, you will need to pay the full $1,500 service fee if you do want to work with us. So what I can do for you today, Cindy, is we'll collect a small setup fee of $500. We'll get the ball rolling, we'll get the ads up, and we'll start getting you appointments. And you don't have to pay the full $1,500 fee until we start getting you actual results." Okay? Now, this is just a quick example of what a risk reversal is. Now, having risk reversals will help, especially if you are a beginner and you don't have any case studies or testimonials. Because imagine me just saying, hey, Cindy, you need to pay us $1,500 per month. There's no refund guarantee, and we'll just see how it goes, right? We're not going to guarantee you any appointments. Just pay us $1,500 and we'll see how it goes. Cindy's going to hang up the call or tell you to go to hell, essentially. So having risk reversals is super important. I just gave you an example of one. Feel free to play around with the numbers. You could have a lower setup fee and a higher retainer afterwards, or you can go 50-50, 50% now and then 50% when we do get your results. This will definitely help. Now, on days 4 and 5, I started splitting my winning scripts across all my different Instagram accounts to categorize them to send specific messages, which really helps when you're trying to scale and do more volume. Now, there are so many ways to split your prospecting across different accounts. Now, the most obvious and the most common would be just messaging real estate agents on Instagram by just searching hashtags, right? So people that are hashtag realtor or agent. But what you're going to find is this is the method that most people are doing. So those agents are going to be so used to getting spammed by different, agency owners. So they'll be less likely to actually respond to you. So it's in your best interest to find, kind of like a new method that no one's really using to find different agents that aren't getting spammed as much. And you'll find that this will actually increase your response rate as well. And it'll make it easier to scale volume when you are trying to, maximize how many agents you're speaking to on a daily basis.
Now, as for the second method, I really like using TikTok as a way to find prospects that I could then message on Instagram. And I really like using TikTok because you can actually search more than one hashtag at a time. This is something that I couldn't do properly with Instagram. Maybe I wasn't doing it the right way, but it works really well on TikTok. So, for instance, you can have the first hashtag as a keyword relating to the niche, and the second hashtag here as a keyword relating to the country or the state or even this city as well. So, right now I have realtor, CA, which is California. I could easily change this to FL, or which is Florida, or NY, which is New York, which is the city, or Ohio or Nevada for even Las Vegas as well. And you can even add more keywords relating to the niche, so either buyer or even seller, and hashtags that real estate agents in the US would use to get their prospects to watch their videos, right? So once you click search, just scroll through, try to find the person on Instagram and send them a message. Hey, I found you on TikTok. I really love your content, and then just go from there. But yes, TikTok is another great platform that I used when I was doing organic outreach to find prospects to message as well. And of course, you could even use this method as its own outreach method for one particular account when you are splitting your accounts. So just have one account specifically dedicated to messaging, people you find in your niche that are on TikTok as well.
Because this will make it really easy to increase volume without cross messaging between different accounts. Because when you are pushing, let's say 200 messages a day, 400 messages a day, 500 messages a day, there's going to get to a point where you've used all the hashtags, right? You can get to a point where all your accounts are messaging the exact same people you've messaged before, and it looks quite spammy. It's going to lower your response rate. So it's really important to split your accounts accordingly from the very beginning. So when you do scale, you're not cross messaging and it doesn't look spammy and unprofessional. And quite honestly, it is more efficient as well. But anyway, by day 5, we were already getting responses for the strategy video, right? And even meetings booked for that initial offer as well. So for that week, I think we ended up sending, let's say, I think it was around 220 DMs, and we got 20 video requests. So 20 requests for looms. So people trying to see that strategy video. And from those 20 looms, we actually got 5 meetings booked in, and we actually got 5 show ups for the Zoom call. And we actually closed our first client as well in that first week, which is actually quite exciting. So the risk reversal that I did use was so 50% down and then 50% when we get your results. So What I've just gone over is a very simple process that you can use to get your first client, especially using Instagram DMs. Now, if you have any questions or if anything wasn't clear at all, please make sure you comment below and I will respond. And also, if you did find this video helpful, please make sure you subscribe and you turn those notification bells on, because I've got more videos coming soon as well. Once again, thank you guys, and can't wait to make another video, so be sure to subscribe.